So we're working with a BT12 today, Roland BT12 direct-to-garment printer.
That's this printer right here.
As we were just talking about, any garment essentially that can fit into this cassette cleanly, that's at least 50% cotton. Could be more, can't be less than 50%. Lighter colors work better, yeah. Like grays, whites. You can do, other colors, but you have to think about how that's going to affect the ultimate coloring of your print. Because if you put, a red print on a blue t-shirt, it's going to be a purple print because there's no white to print like a backdrop. So we've inked up our machine. We've got that ready to go. I'm actually going to preheat this guy. The finisher there.
So that's the preheat button he just hit right there to start warming up the finisher. These are separate machines. This is the printer, the actual BT12 that's sitting on top of the HB12, which is the finisher. So the printing on the t-shirt occurs here, and then afterwards you pull the cassette out and slide it in here, and that finishes it by heating the ink that was just printed onto the t-shirt to sort of cure it onto it.
So we have our t-shirt here, we have our cassette. So we slide the cover off. This cover is used for a couple things. If you get there's fabric markers that will disappear with heat, and that's helpful for positioning your graphic. We don't have that here right now, but if we did, we could use the transparent properties of the cover to sort of center and align our graphics.
And you would use that fabric pen to put dots.
And we would put a dot in each of these corners. And then I've got that where I want to put that aside. Squeeze in the front to open. If you look on here too, you see how what the printing orientation is. So if I'm printing a landscape style, up is this way, okay, like this. If I'm printing portrait, it's actually a little bit backwards to us, not to the printer.
Gotcha.
This one's a little bit thin, so I might just do the top layer, plus it'll be easier to keep it flat. So what happens is we line our stuff up, we line our dots into these corners, and then we just want to tuck everything nice and neat if we can. These are just cheap undershirts, so they're a little bit thinner. It's a little bit harder to kind of keep straight, but so we kind of want to get everything nice and tough. We want everything kind of flat and wrinkle-free as possible to start. And then we lock that down. Now, the finisher can also be considered as a starter as well. So we can pre-press our shirts to help heat up the fibers and get them a little more susceptible for the ink, and also to make sure that it flattens out any of these little wrinkles that we have in here.
There we go. All right, sliding it in there.
Is there a track it has to sit on?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward for this. Not as big a deal for this one as this one, but this goes in.
There we go. So turning it left after it's fully heated starts the pre-treat timer. So then unlock and open.
What's the little heat thing for? This presses, and what does this do?
That's the post cure. So we put it in before, and we do the pre-treat, which kind of, like Rob says, opens up the fibers to better accept the ink, and also sort of irons the shirt more or less for you. And then after you print, the cassette comes back out, goes back in, you post-treat it, which is more of a bake.
Okay.
There we go. But I don't know if we, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not hot. Yeah, you don't want to actually open it. I was just actually grabbing it by that, but you slide it out, and then you slide the cassette into here. But it'll click as you slide it in. Just slide it in gently until you feel the click.
Yeah, and there's a little line on the side of the cassette.
So is it done there? That's it. So you only click it to the.
Yeah, and the thing is, this is on a tray that slides back and forth. So sometimes it actually goes in further. Sometimes it's out. This is actually a little bit further out right now.
Okay.
So the key is, no matter the position of the table in there, you slide it in until it clicks. And you felt that click?
It should be such that that line on this side, if you want to get a shot of that out, it's lined up.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this line on the cassette, this line on the actual table, that's where it should kind of stop.
Okay.
So in this case, we're in our design software. We have an image that we're going to use.
And it's just called Roland Design Software?
Correct.
Or work on the other software.
All right, so after the graphic is designed, you just click the print button. Want to print this design, you say print.
This is something that we need to table.
And then it's telling you to press the big green button to start. You press the start button.
How long does it usually take?
A couple minutes. Yeah, it's not long.
So you have to cure it down below.
By any data, they're not, nothing else. So we sent it twice anyway. That's also something you can do for more color, for like a bolder color or more durability. In fact, when we did the Roland training, they recommended sometimes overprinting twice because you just get twice the amount of ink. It's a little more durable, and then the colors are a little, stand out.
The average life of these shirts is something like 25 washes.
Yeah. That's pretty on par with most commercial shirts too.
It says ready,
It just says ready.
at the top right there.
So can I take it out?
Yeah, well,
So
you might
this
want to...
This isn't going to be hot right now, but it's meant to just sort of be grabbed here and just kind of pull straight.
Actually, should I open this first?
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
So what we did here was you moved it over and it said return because it wasn't heated yet. So what Rob did was he returned it to the unlocked position and then pressed preheat, waiting for this to get up to temperature. Once it gets up to temperature, you can slide this over and finish it. So that might be a reason why you press preheat while it's still printing, so it's ready to go right into the finisher. So we've reached temperature here, so we'll turn this lever over and it's gonna start the 3-minute timer. Now, all right, so the timer's up. You probably hold the unlock button, I think. Grab it by the green cool touch areas.
This part will be hot.
That part where it's been heated will be pretty warm, but it cools off pretty quickly.
It's not gonna burn you, but...
Close the door. Keep it from yelling at you.
So crisp, isn't it?
Now let's see if Rob got it square on there without
I did a pretty good job.
I don't think it's perfectly centered, Rob. I'm disappointed.
I think it is. It's perfect.
Looks good. Does look good.
Like I said, we could have gotten this bigger if we had done it landscape way and loaded the t-shirt this way. We could have blown that up a little bit more.
Did you do a bearing last time? No. I can still do one today sometimes.